Nutraceutical industry has come a long way because there was a time when weird claims were made. Have this, lose weight, have this, build muscle. Hence we started a movement called as responsible nutrition. When you go to a doctor, you don't care what you're eating because you trust doctor. Whatever is prescribed, मैं अच्छा हो जाऊँ. Ayurveda scientists had discovered technology of creating nanoparticles of Ayurvedic ingredients, but he didn't know what to do with it. Problem is not innovation, problem is accessibility to innovation. Where we are now creating an organic land bank, which we are exposing to nutraceutical medicinal plant farming so that you get pristine global standard Ayurvedic ingredients. We spent almost 3.5 years, 50 scientists, just curating data. We are the world's largest data bank of curated 3.6 million.
Hello again, I'm Mandira Bedi, your host for this wonderful show, Nutrify Today Boardroom Series Lite, brought to you by Green Space Herbs, the Quantum Ayurveda company. We welcome a true pioneer at the intersection of technology and wellness. Amit Srivastava is the founder of Nutrify Today and the mastermind behind the world's first Nutrify Genie AI, a platform that takes nutraceutical ideas all the way from ideation to global commercialization across 13 countries. From empowering innovations to delivering differentiated, responsible nutraceuticals, Amit has built a system that is transforming the industry, connecting science, technology, and markets like never before. Today, he joins us to share the journey, the breakthroughs, and the future of nutraceutical innovation. Amit, welcome to the show. I can't wait to dive into the conversation. You've built Nutrify Genie AI, the first platform that takes nutraceuticals from idea to market. How did that happen?
For last 100 years, people have been struggling on coming up with an innovation. So everyone wants to come up with something new story, new science, and it's not really easy. If it was that easy, every other product must have been super innovative in nutrition, right?
Yes, sure.
But when you go to the shelf, it's the same calcium, same magnesium, same curcumin. Because problem is not innovation, problem is accessibility to innovation. The scientists, innovators, they do great job, but they're not sales people. They would not reach out to company that, this is my innovation, why don't you? And even if they know the company, how would you really find out who in that company is the person who's going to be deciding? So what the problem that I decided let's solve is, one, that a company which is looking for innovation, can that innovation happen right by the time your coffee is done? A company takes 1.5 years. I'm saying, boss, forget 1.5 years. By the time you're done with the coffee, you have a validated innovation sitting on your table. Go and start producing it. For that, the biggest challenge was information data. Because if you have information, you can decide. If you don't have information, you'll launch yet another good tasting magnesium. So we spent almost 3.5 years, 50 scientists, just curating data, and Mandira, you'd be surprised. We are the world's largest data bank of curated 3.6 million data on nutraceuticals. Trust me, no one has it. And
wow.
If you find one, I'll touch their feet. Now, when we did that, now who on earth is going to read that much of data? So I want to create a product for sleep. Who's going to read that data? Hence, in layman language, we decided let's get a librarian who knows how to read this. And that librarian was the AI technology, Nutrify Genie, which we trained for almost 5 years to the perfectness. So if you ask one question, it will always give you the same answer. Unlike the GPT that you play with, same questions, different kind of answers.
Yes.
We are playing with health. We cannot mess around.
No.
So we wanted to bring data right on the spot, decision making taken by AI, and it gives you all permutation combination around. For sleep, these are the 6 innovations you can play around with. Now, as a businessman, I say, okay, this sounds like a plan. Now, where do I get this from? There are 2,300 innovators plugged onto the system in the supply chain. Now, AI goes and maps this science to the innovator who has worked around it, and it brings it to the table, and it goes for production. So, idea was ideation to commercialization by the time you're done with your coffee.
That's
a 2-year to a 15 minutes journey. So there's a Swiss company, and I'm sharing this example because it's very famous in the celebrity circle in India as well as elsewhere. So this Swiss company wanted to play around with Ayurveda in America, and they needed something that would be unique. So using this platform, when they were playing around for sleep, for muscles, whatever, they came across a concept of nano Ayurveda ingredients. Ayurveda scientists had discovered technology of creating nanoparticles of Ayurvedic ingredients, but he didn't know what to do with it. He got a lot of government awards, but no business. Using this platform, it found the research work, it plugged onto the Swiss company, then it plugged onto an innovative manufacturing company in Hyderabad, got the product manufactured as mouth dissolving strip, and then Swiss company launched it as an American product in America called as Nanoveda. Nanoveda was picked up by a large
Indian company,
and they started exposing Nanoveda to their clients who were buying. So they were like the HNIs who were buying large facilities from them. The product got exposed here. So now the product is being sold in the US, in the Europe, and a little bit in India.
So it took the route of from India to Switzerland to the States,
Hyderabad to United States,
and back to India.
back to India.
So who typically are your customers of Nutrify Genie AI?
Okay, we work with large pharmaceutical companies, over-the-counter companies, and large nutraceutical companies. They know better how to sell to the consumer. My job is to make sure that every quarter of the year they have a brand new innovation hitting the market again and again, because they have a story to tell to the consumer. I'm innovative. What I used to do in 2 years, every 3 months I am out with a product.
Right.
So we work with them, we work with the supply chain that makes this happen, and even the farmers. Because at the end of the day, when you consume a curcumin, it's coming from turmeric.
Yes.
And some ways there's someone farming,
Yes.
right? And it is very important the quality of farming, because you don't want to end up with something which has heavy metals. So screening of, so now we are working, so I got onto the board of Rural Economic Forum of India, where we are now creating an organic land bank, which we are exposing to nutraceutical medicinal plant farming.
Yes.
So that you get pristine global standard Ayurvedic ingredients.
Most of the ingredients are native to us. They're ours.
We are boss in that.
Yes. Yes.
You'll be surprised that although there is a tariff war going on, but the world doesn't even have an alternative. Haldi to India se hi aayegi.
Bilkul. So tell me, what would you call yourself, a tech founder or a health scientist?
I would prefer to call myself a health scientist. Tech is a commodity, you know. We use technology to make life easy.
But you're using tech to get people together.
I'm using tech to get people together for better health. Today, so remember, this platform is helping the brand owners come up with a new innovative idea first. That innovative idea will someday help consumer get better, right? So the entire purpose is, see, nutraceutical industry has come a long way, because there was a time when weird claims were made, have this, lose weight, have this, build muscle.
Sure.
Nothing ever happened, leading to loss of trust. Hence we started a movement called as responsible nutrition. And in that, idea is that, look, when you go to a doctor, you don't care what you're eating because you trust doctor. Whatever is prescribed,
Yes.
मैं अच्छा हो जाऊँगा. But when you go to a shelf and buy a product, because my grandmother has a knee pain, you are trusting the entire supply chain.
Yeah.
That isko khake my grandmother will have relief.
Yes.
And this is very important. So that means when I say I'm not a techie, I use tech, of course. But my idea is nutraceutical industry must deliver the promise it makes in the market. And that is pure science, pure health. Technology is used only, like I said, who's going to read 3.6 million data?
That's true.
You need technology.
That's true.
But I want people who are consuming using this technology must get better.
But I have to ask you this, you're connecting across 3 countries, innovators to the markets. What is harder, building tech or building trust?
Building trust bhi chhodiye, earning trust is first.
That's right.
Yeah, and you know, this is funny. I've got into a business where my biggest competitor is my client.
Yes.
So it's like, don't come near me, and I'm here to sell you.
Yes.
Okay. So the word AI is scary. A lot of people feel they'll lose their job. Right. I'm saying, boss, जो 2 साल में आप कर रहे थे, 2 years is getting compressed to 15 days or 15 minutes, and then you could hit the product in next 3 months time. What they do not realize is that, look, you're not going to lose your job. You'll be able to do far more activities than you were doing before.
Makes you more efficient.
Yeah, speed. So earning trust, so it has taken a lot of pain, and fortunately I accepted there's going to be a painful journey. So what I did is, I of course pursued. Eventually some companies said, okay, you know what, let me try one small piece activity. And then when we did it in half an hour's time, they said, like, seriously, okay, can you do this? So now what has happened is, this is more of earning of trust, and eventually companies start giving the entire project, large project. Then building the trust is delivery as promised again and again and again. So first journey, tech is easy. Earning the trust and then sustaining it, building it is a tougher thing. And I feel a little lucky that God has been kind and industry has been kind that we have till now built on.
Okay, so you just spoke of things happening in real time, literally 15 minutes. By the time I've had my coffee, the innovation is like out there. But what happens to R&D and years of clinical trials and research?
So you asked 3 questions in one question.
Yes, I did.
So honestly, R&D has become D now.
D being?
So research and development, research ki zarurat nahi hai, because that AI is doing.
Okay.
So as a business person, now you've got all permutation combination after screening 3.6 million. So what happens when a company decides, I want to get into something for liver health, for example, they will ask their team to come up with concepts. They would do a documentary research worldwide and come back after 6 months. Boss, these are the 4 ideas. And if you say, this is a great idea, let's go ahead and start creating a product. It becomes a product, and then they do the costing, and they realize, boss, who's going to buy this? It's going to be very expensive. Go back to drawing board. As a human, you would do all your documentary research based on the resource you have access to.
Yes.
Why do you want to do it when I have 3.6 million data?
When you have the data. So that's the data.
Exactly. So
right.
Stop research.
Got it.
Get into development. So a scientist's mind is all about development. I put all the options to you. I'm giving you the cost. So you know which product will cost how much by the time you hit the market. You make a choice based on the cost and focus on developing it as a product. Get into clinical trials as much you want to do. So look, we don't do clinical trials, so that you need human beings. We as an AI only optimize it. When I say optimize it, we choose which part of the country to choose for this kind of product, because it's not key one product suits all, right? We decide on the demography. So all that decision happens real fast, and then companies spend and do clinical trials and so on. Our focus is, we have cut the R out of D.
Got it. It's only D.
So only D. D कीजिए. See, no one can challenge human intelligence. You have the power to imagine, fantasize, develop. Research आप क्या करते हैं? किताबें पढ़ते हैं, इंटरनेट पढ़ते हैं, वो हमने, we have done it. Why do you want to do it again?
एक साथ.
And trust me, 3.6 million, you are done for rest of your life reading 3.6 million.
Now, Nutrify is considered the Amazon of nutraceuticals. When is it going to be that I'm going to be able to get my herbal sleep gummies like overnight delivery?
So Mandira, you anyway get it through Blinkit and the other Q-commerce. So maybe the right question would be, when would I get the sleep gummies that would deliver the outcome
that I'm looking for?
Yes.
Okay. So when am I going to get the sleep gummies that are going to give me the outcome that I'm waiting for?
We're already running in this year, so there are companies who have launched it. So the products are out there in the market and by different companies. Just check out on Q-commerce.
Okay, so you've democratized the process, you've leveled out the playing field for big players and small players. Does that mean there's like more competition?
That's
because
good.
Everybody's in the game.
That's good, isn't it? Competition leads to evolution.
It leads to evolution, leads to a better quality of product.
Right. And guess what, Mandira? Few years back, there is a very big market research body in India, which released a publication that in one of the large online marketplace, 80% of nutrition products are fake.
80%.
80%. Okay, and this is not India problem. This is a global problem. Okay. Now, look at the marketplace. See, they cannot understand what is right, what is wrong, which one is duplicate, because everyone is out here to sell on those online platforms. In that scenario, everyone has been struggling to make corrections, but nahi ho pa raha tha. But guess what? When you have intense, look at pharmaceuticals. There's hardly any space left for you to create fake products. There are bits and pieces, but then not majority, because if you have to live and survive and grow in this market, you're competing with the global marketplace on pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
Right? This is what is now happening. It's just begun in nutraceuticals. So, just the intensity of competition will get these guys out who have ruled for quite some time.
Right.
It's a healthy thing. It may sound scary, but if you have to evolve, you better get into the competition. Look, what a life I'm living. My client is my competitor.
I know, you got it tough. The nutraceutical industry often struggles to separate science from the marketing fluff. How does your AI filter the credible stuff from the clickbait?
It's a sensitive question, because this will be watched by many people. But then, look, what is factual, I'll mention. We chose to work with pharmaceutical companies or very large over-the-counter companies. Pharmaceuticals are always hardwired, proof, evidence, process, show me the proof.
Yes.
So, they would not make any claim in the market which is not validated. Large OTC company or over-the-counter companies cannot afford to miscommunicate and then later it fires back. It becomes a major PR issue. So, we chose to work with them and we got lucky, because they are the guys who were wanting super innovation, validated innovation, scientific innovation. So, as they build on the portfolio, consumers are also beginning to understand, oh, by the way, you're consuming it, I better know what it is. Both in the United States and in India, as I've been tracking the market, you'd be amazed to know that there's the Gen Z and millennials, all my hopes on them, they are driving the next movement of nutraceuticals, where they're calling the social media as, I guess, eyewash. Okay? So, that means it's good for awareness, but they don't believe it. They want to see, is my pharmacy stocking it? Doctor kya bol raha hai? So, they do a validation check. People of our age may not, because we have come from an era where I asked my friend, these guys they were born in information age.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, they do their homework, and this is not my data, there's enough published data that this is the trend. So, how do I remove the fluff? One is, we are playing with pharma companies, so they don't do that. Large OTC companies don't do this, and the direct to consumer companies are beginning to realize it's a short game, so move on. It may take 3 to 5 years, but Mandira, 5 years from now, nutraceutical would have been a very beautiful industry.
Yes, yes, I imagine so. All the guests I've spoken to on this podcast, I mean, this is the way to go.
Yeah.
Nutrify Today operates in several markets from Asia to the West. Which of these markets has surprised you in terms of openness to innovation?
In the West, it is United States. In the East, it is ASEAN countries, so Thailand, Philippines, South Korea, Taiwan. Real disruptive.
Really?
Real disruptive. So, a lot of people come and say, oh, you know what, Brazil is very innovative. But you know what, for me, putting a probiotic in your antacid powder is not an innovation. I mean, you just put two things together.
Right.
So, I know a company in Taiwan which has developed a protein isolates, which when consumed reduces. So, they have done clinical trial having protein. So, it comes in a capsule or shots. The HbA1c for diabetic patients remains constant. So, they are not making claim, boss, it will fall down. That's a drug job. But if a drug has helped you reduce to some level, it will maintain that constancy, helping you reduce the drug load. And by the way, the side effect of that is you get a real cool, very high REM sleep. So, that is the real innovation. Then I was talking of, so again a Taiwanese innovator, I was talking to this guy developed, he discovered a strain of bacteria which improves the cognitive power of kids. So, everyone wants their kids to be like Einstein, and in India we have
Tell me what this is. Share the secret. I'd love my kids to try this.
So, you know what? So, these guys in India, I know when I was in in college, my batchmate who was very good in studies, he used to drink Brahmi syrup and so on, and it is good, no doubt about it. Brahmi is good. What has happened now is this world has become very portable. Can I just spray something? Can I just pop in something?
Yes.
Who carries the syrup bottle all over the place?
Correct. Now you want a portable little
Yeah.
bite-sized pack or
Yeah,
a
yeah. There you go.
sachet.
In fact, the best innovation I found was from South Korea. They said forget everything. So they've got a tattoo. It's a transparent, it's a biomaterial tattoo, and there's a carbon electronic chip. You cannot see anything except for the flower of a tattoo. It keeps reading everything that your smartwatch does, and then tells on your phone that your magnesium level is going down.
Wow.
You should have this
It
recommendation.
takes tracking to the next level.
Exactly. So this is real innovation, and I mean, the hot pot is right there in ASEAN countries. America is a consumer, but innovation and acceptability of innovation, no doubt America is way ahead, but wild thought.
Comes from our part of the world. Now, if Nutrify Today was a movie, would it be a corporate thriller about supply chain disruption, or would it be a feel-good movie about global wellness?
It would sound very spicy if I say corporate thriller, but वो तो life अभी चल ही रही है. It would be a feel-good thing, because remember, 2 years, in 2 years what happens? Scientists are breaking head, boss, I have to give something innovative or else my job is at threat. And if I find something innovative, there's a supply chain department searching कहाँ से लेके आऊँ, ठीक है? They're running all over the country, finding the right. So it's already action thriller. And the problem that I'm solving now, 2 years of work in 15 minutes, and then of course in 4 months the product is out.
Yes.
And consumers are getting real scientific product that will really get them some health outcome. So may not be a fancy answer, but I would still say feel good.
Feel good. We want all the whole world to be healthy, happy,
There you go. Yeah.
feeling good inside and out.
Yeah.
What's the most unexpected, unusual product idea that Nutrify Genie AI has helped bring to life?
So this question drives me to your other question, which is R&D, and we have removed R.
Yes.
So you know what, when you have time, the brain works. So ideally I could have answered, we have come up with great cognition product, they have come up with, our India is very interesting country. Like we are the first AI in nutraceutical. India is now going to be a next disruption worldwide in Ayurveda, and I think the best that I have given till now in terms of disruption is quantum nutraceuticals.
I'm very interested in that
Yeah.
one, vibrating.
If I ask everyone, can you tell me who wrote Ayurveda? If I ask you, I mean,
Ask me,
no
and
harm
I
if you
don't know
don't
the
know, because
answer.
many people don't know. Even I didn't know, frankly.
Okay.
When I started reading, finding out, you know, why are people so much stuck on this Ayurveda? Let's read who wrote this. So I found 2 sages. One is Sri Charak and Sri Shushruth. They wrote this text. So cool. So my one problem solved, that they wrote this. Then the second question came in, and there's a problem of AI, because if all work is gone, you think everything that you could not find time to think.
Yes.
Who taught them Ayurveda?
Where did it come from? Where did it originate?
And that takes us 3,500 years back, when in the Indus River, the country was called as Sapt Sindhu at that time, not
yes,
India.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Sapta Sindhu.
So those days, by the river side, there were munis, there were no rishis at that time. So munis, as the name is, means they remained maun, silence and meditating most of the time. They found, so one of the junior munis found that a lot of people are dying in the young age, and animals also dying in the young age. So this way our tribe would be gone.
Yeah.
What do we do? So all these munis, they come together, discuss. It's like their conference of those days.
Yes.
And they appointed the most senior Muni, Bharadwaj, to find a solution. So this guy goes up in mountains and, you know, goes into deep meditation, and this is where the story of quantum starts. In that deep meditation, he got connected to cosmic energies. So that's in text. And as he discovered, he found frequency. So he got first perturbed that the entire universe is trillions and infinite of energies and frequencies. It's maddening. In that, he found a frequency called as generative frequency. Some call it as Brahma. And Brahma is the creator.
Yes.
This frequency is the creator. So in this frequency, what he found out is, he understood what is that frequency. that creates, what is the frequency that sustains, and what is the frequency that takes energy to the next level. हम बात करते हैं Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. That's what we read, na? So Brahma is a creator, Vishnu is sustainer, and Shiva, some people call it destroyer. Energy cannot be destroyed. So it's a disperser. So as soul evolves, so basically energy evolves, energy is created, then there's a sustenance, and then it disperses to next high plane. That's why you say soul evolves. Anyway, this is the homework we did first to understand where on earth did Ayurveda come from. We realized that it is all cosmic energies, and hence we came back to physics lab, quantum physics lab, and we started understanding if everything is energy, then let's first see, is human an energy? And to our shocking surprise, NASA has already published quite many frequencies of our organs. And then I found there are other research institutions who have found the frequencies of different diseases. I said, boss, we are already late. Then we said, let's go to physics lab and find out if we can find if the curcumin that we take often for good health, does this also have energy? And we found a beep on the graph. There is an energy in this. Then we applied our school knowledge. Tuning fork experiment jab karte the, that fork you create resonance. We said, boss, let's do one thing. We know, let's say the frequency of liver is 5. We know the frequency of curcumin is also 5. If I load a 5 hertz frequency on this, it will create resonance inside it. तो ठीक है, resonance हो जाएगा, but resonance खत्म भी होता है. What do we do about it? So we said, boss, we now need to discover technology to lock that energy. So quantum came into the thing. So now what we do is, why did we lock it? So now the logic is, I create a resonance by sending same energy and I lock it.
Yes.
So it remains locked for almost 2 years, then it dissipates. Then when you consume it, so for a consumer, it's the same yellow powder curcumin. When it enters your bloodstream, the locking disintegrates when it reaches liver, and the same energy is released into the liver. So let me make it easy. When we chant something, we feel good in our brain.
Yes.
Right? Because at one level of chant, there is a frequency that resonates with the cell, and cells start relaxing, the stress comes down.
Yes.
Same in liver. There's something called as oxidative stress. When an energy is released, the cells start relaxing, oxidative stress comes down, new cells starts getting born.
Yes.
And now you have curcumin, which anyway follows its chemistry part to further support the cellular growth of liver. So we in quantum nutraceuticals are bringing the way Ayurveda was discovered. Otherwise,
the original way it was discovered.
Original way. Otherwise, you're stuck in those 7,000 which is there in the book. That's it.
Right.
5 years from now, if you and I meet, I'll be able to tell you that, hey, by the way, this plant in South Africa will do exactly what curcumin does.
Wow.
So what got lost in time because of multiple invasions India had?
Yes.
Because this science of Muni getting from space, Rishi writing it, सब चले गया, and books were left behind, lost in time.
Yes.
And actually 15 years back, it was just grandmother's thing, ki
Yes.
churan kha lo.
Correct.
Thanks to industry, Ayurveda has become fashionable in America. We work a lot.
Very, very exciting, the thought of quantum Ayurveda and where it came from and how sort of you literally went to the physics lab and made physics meet Ayurveda, and that's incredible. If you could, this is my final question to you, if you could launch a nutraceutical inspired by your own personality, what would it be called? And would you sell it in bulk, Nutrify Today style?
Second one is easy. We are a B2B company, so we will sell it as bulk. The first one is the Nutrified. Why? Nutrified is a very positive term. You eat everything, whether you eat salad or you eat supplement. Today, when we eat salad, we believe that it is fiber and whatever it is supposed to carry.
Yes.
In this over commercialization of farming, it is a leaf with not what you are supposed to be eating. So basically, less of the biomaterial, more of a leaf looking. So a fiber mil jayega. But then the bioactives which used to come in our grandmother's time is missing. So anyway, that brings me to a more sensitive thing, that, and that's why we are working in Rural Economic Forum of building a nutrition security rather than food security.
Yes.
आप खूब खा लीजिए, जब nutrition नहीं है, so while your stomach is full, your cells are hungry, and in that hunger it will create stress. Stress will lead to multiple.
your nutraceutical will be Nutrify. That will give you the nutrition that you need that you're not getting from food.
If I've chosen a tough part of selling to my client who is see me as a competition is purely with the belief, and I call this as my karma, being an Indian, giving back to the country, world's first innovation coming out of India, and the product must deliver on the hope the consumer is buying. Otherwise, go to doctor.
That's right. I have to say, what an extraordinary conversation, Amit, the man who has reimagined the nutraceutical ecosystem with Nutrify Genie AI. From turning ideas into market-ready products across continents to democratizing innovation for startups and giants alike, Amit is shaping the future of responsible, science-driven wellness. Amit, thank you so much for giving us a glimpse into the vision, the challenges, and the game-changing solutions of Nutrify Today. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
It was a lovely conversation. And to our viewers, thank you for joining us on this episode of Nutrify Today Boardroom Series Lite. As we wrap this session, remember, the future of nutraceuticals isn't just about ingredients. It's about innovation, responsibility, and technology working together. Stay inspired, stay curious, and get ready for even more insights and breakthroughs in the next episode of Nutrify Today.